Hey guys, DeltaCanuckian here, and some of you may have seen this gameplay on my secondary channel already, but it doesn't really matter. That's why I'm reusing it, because that's not the focus of this video. As the title says, I'm going to be talking about my top 5 shooters of this console generation so far. I've got my 5 choices here. They're not necessarily what I think are the 5 best first-person shooters to release in the last, 6 or 7 years. It's more, the list is more like, it's 75% my favorite, and then 25% what I think are the best. Because these games are definitely all up in the top 10 for me, but they're like my 5 favorite to play. So yeah, take that. Some of you may agree with me, some of you may disagree. Should provide for some interesting discussion in the comments. And yeah, let's get into this with number 5, an experience that hasn't been replicated on console since its release. MAG, Massive Action Game. It's a PS3 exclusive that released back in 2010, and when it released, it was kind of an incomplete game, I'd say. But after patches and DLC, it brought the MMO FPS to the console. Sure, maybe not on the level of a game like PlanetSide 2, but this is consoles we're talking about. You can't really bring a full-fledged MMO like that to console and have it succeed. So even with the somewhat dumbed-down MMO stuff in the game, MAG was a truly unique experience that was a lot of fun to play, following orders from the officer in charge down to the platoon leader, down to your squad leader, and then having 4 different matches of 64 on the same match, and then having them converge in the center to this insane 256 player all-out war. No other game has come close to matching that since. Up at number 4 is Team Fortress 2, a game that I have the least playtime out of my top 5, but it's so much fun to play. Valve has been supporting it for years. It's free to play now, so if you don't have it, definitely get it. It doesn't put a whole lot of strain on your PC. It's just so much fun to play. Valve has been supporting it for years. They just added, this game came out in 2007, I believe. They just added a full co-op mode this past summer. Right? There's tons of people still playing. It's a lot of fun. It's extremely well balanced. But it takes a while to kind of learn how to play. It's a very different game than most modern first-person shooters you will play these days. It's a little more on the old school. So if you're into that, the Team Fortress, the old Counter-Strike games, stuff like that, it's definitely a lot of fun to get into. And if you haven't played it, I really do recommend it. It's a great game, and I'm sure there are a lot of people missing out on it. Up at number 3 is a game that I'm sure maybe some people would probably have at number 1, and that is Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, which has, for better or worse, just changed the first-person shooter genre. Not just the first-person shooter genre. It's completely changed how multiplayer is viewed in the games industry. Gaming used to be seen as a primarily single-player experience, and multiplayer would just be this cool little extra that was thrown in there. But then with the creation of Xbox Live and PlayStation Network and the increasing connectivity of the consoles, Call of Duty 4 introduced RPG elements and leveling up to first-person shooters, and it blew the doors open. Almost every game has a multiplayer component with ranking up and unlocks and custom classes and stuff and all these features that Call of Duty 4 introduced, and it was a truly great game. It's just too bad that the follow-ups haven't been able to meet up to par. Coming in at number 2 is one of my favorite games of all time, Killzone 2. I never got to play the first Killzone until recently when they re-released it in high definition. I played a demo, I loved it, but my parents wouldn't let me get it. So Killzone 2 comes around 5-6 years later, and is just insane. The graphics, amazing. Gameplay, so much fun. Multiplayer is some of the most balanced gameplay I've ever played, and some of the best map design ever as well. No game has come really as close to Killzone 2 for me in terms of multiplayer gaming ever. It was a game for hardcore gamers. It took a while to learn, the ins and outs of how it played, of the controls, really everything. And I love that. It appealed to the hardcore, to the core guys, rather than a casual group. And even though the community is getting smaller by the day, the guys that are left are really good. It provides for some great competition, and I still love to hop onto Killzone 2, get back to Helgan, and play in some awesome 32-player battles. And the campaign was kind of fun to boot, even though the story was, you know, kind of cliche. It was still a lot of fun, and of course, the game looks absolutely gorgeous. And coming in at number 1, after 4 games that are multiplayer focused, a game with no multiplayer at all, BioShock. Every once in a while, a game just comes out of nowhere to blow everyone away. BioShock is one of those games. It is... I don't even... Like, I don't know what to say, because so much of the intrigue of BioShock is the mystery of it. You don't know what's coming next. You like... And it's still, like, in terms of the way it plays and feels, I guess it's still kind of old school, I guess you can say. It feels more like an older first-person shooter than the modern first-person shooter that's been created by Call of Duty 4. But it is a truly unique and remarkable experience. One of the best, not just one of the best shooters I've ever played, but one of the best video games I've ever played. I know many of you are subscribed to me because I post multiplayer gameplay, and I'm sure you play mostly multiplayer games as well. But this is a game that you could find for probably 20 bucks. Seriously, go pick it up. It's 10 hours long. Put some time into it. You will want to replay this game, I guarantee. I don't want to give things away because, like I said, the mystery is part of why that game is so amazing. But it delivers one of the greatest experiences you can have playing a video game really ever. Not just this generation, but ever. So those are my top 5 video games of the console generation. Up until this point, there's some really good games that are going to be coming out in 2013. Of course, whatever Call of Duty 57 is coming out this year, I don't know. Battlefield 4. BioShock Infinite, we'll see if that can recapture the magic of the original BioShock with an all-new setting. There's some really good games that I'm looking forward to. I'm sure I'll talk about those more. I hope you enjoyed the video. Obviously, comment whether you agree, you disagree. Let's get a good discussion going in the comments. Those are always fun to have. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you want to see more, or I guess listen to more of me. I guess you'll be seeing some more of me with the Dead Space 3 Let's Play I'm planning. But I don't really know what I'm going to be posting right now. If you've been following me on Twitter, I'm kind of at a crossroads with Call of Duty, so I'm trying to figure that out. I'll keep you guys posted. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.